Chapter 167, The Nascent Soul Sealing Vendetta. A low roar rang out as a burst of dazzling golden light erupted out of Han Li's entire body. Enshrouded within the golden light, his body was rapidly expanding while strands of golden fur sprouted out of his skin, and he transformed into a giant golden ape that was several dozen feet tall in the blink of an eye. At the same time, Fang Pan had already split up into 3 identical clones that were closing in around the giant ape in a triangular formation. The long sabers in their hands were gleaming with black light, forming a dense black saber net in the air that surrounded Han Li from all directions. The golden ape threw its head back and let loose a long roar as it swung its arms violently through the air, releasing a burst of tremendous force that caused the surrounding space to tremble and quiver. In the face of this burst of immense force, the black saber net was quickly destroyed, and even the air around the golden ape had become extremely heavy. The 3 clones formed by Fang Pan swayed slightly, then withdrew their sabers in unison as they abruptly vanished from the spot. In the next instant, azure light flashed behind the giant ape, and 3 saber-wielding Fang Pans appeared at the same time before slashing their sabers viciously at Han Li. In the instant that the 3 sabers began their descent, they abruptly fused into a single saber projection with black light swirling around it, producing a sharp screeching sound as they sliced through the air, causing the nearby space to become blurry and indistinct. The attack was so fast that the giant ape had no time to take evasive measures, but it was still able to conjure up a true extreme membrane over its body. A loud metallic clang rang out as the black saber projection struck the golden ape on the back with devastating force, and the saber projection was instantly shattered as a burst of black and golden light erupted forth, sending a powerful destructive aura erupting in all directions that caused the air to buzz and tremble. The golden ape was instantly sent flying forward, and its true extreme membrane had been torn open while a gash had appeared on its back. The gash wasn't very deep, but it was still bleeding profusely, staining its golden fur red. Fang Pan was also involuntarily sent flying back over 1,000 feet from the force of the impact before stabilizing himself in mid-air. He took a glance at the giant ape, which had landed on the ground not far away, and a slightly grim look had appeared on his face. It was clear that he wasn't expecting the golden ape to be able to take that attack head-on with such minimal injuries. Just like Fang Pan, Han Li was also feeling rather bewildered. Thankfully, he had taken on his giant mountain ape in time. Otherwise, that attack would have dealt far more severe damage. At the same time, it seemed that he had found a way to deal with Fang Pan's attacks, despite Fang Pan's speed advantage. After a moment of contemplation, Fang Pan split up into 3 once again before pouncing at Han Li. This time, the 3 figures blurred as they sped through the air before splitting up even further, conjuring up dozens of clones, both substantial and insubstantial, in the blink of an eye. At the same time, thousands of black saber projections were sent raining down upon the giant ape. The golden ape paid no heed to the injury on its back as it swung its massive fists rapidly through the air, unleashing countless fist projections in all directions. A burst of tremendous power erupted forth, causing the surrounding space to tremble violently, forming rings of powerful shockwaves that swept through the air in all directions. The dozens of clones conjured up by Fang Pan were struck by the ferocious shockwaves, and most of them instantly disintegrated, leaving only 3 substantial clones behind, all 3 of which had survived thanks to the protective light barriers around their bodies. Before the giant ape had a chance to do anything else, a peculiar grin suddenly appeared on the faces of the 3 Fang Pans in unison, following which all 3 of them abruptly vanished from the spot. The golden ape faltered slightly upon seeing this, seemingly having recalled something. All of a sudden, a burst of bright yellow light erupted out of the ground beneath its feet, and a series of rope-like bursts of yellow light surged up from the earth. The bursts of yellow light twisted and writhed like spirit snakes for a brief moment, then wound themselves around the giant ape's entire body while giving off powerful law fluctuations. Immediately thereafter, a giant yellow umbrella appeared out of thin air. The umbrella was over 1,000 feet in size, and all of the bursts of rope-like yellow light were connected to the interior of the umbrella. At this point, the golden ape had already been wrapped up in a yellow cocoon, making it resemble the umbrella's shaft. The golden ape was greatly alarmed by this, and it let loose a thunderous roar as the muscles on its body wreathed and squirmed frantically, as if they were living creatures. Dazzling golden light was radiating from its entire body as it struggled with all its might. However, these ordinary-looking bursts of yellow light were extraordinarily sturdy, and Han Li was unable to break free even with the incredible strength of the giant mountain ape. All of a sudden, the huge yellow umbrella closed itself around the giant ape, trapping it within. Immediately thereafter, spatial fluctuations erupted above the umbrella, and the brocade-robed elderly man appeared as he chortled, "I finally got you now! Even if you have 3 heads and 6 arms, you won't be able to break free from my Earthnet umbrella." "Well done, Brother Feng!" Fang Pan appeared beside the giant umbrella in a flash, then raised a hand as he began to chant an incantation. An inky black chain appeared out of thin air, and it was gleaming with black light with faint black mist swirling around it. Furthermore, it was giving off a special type of law fluctuations. The golden ape within the giant umbrella was extremely alarmed as he sensed the aura emanating from the chain. This was an aura that he was extremely familiar with, the aura of the origin separation law chains that had bound his nascent soul for over 300 years. "You were the one who sealed my nascent soul," the giant ape roared within the umbrella. "Looks like you finally remembered. The 3 of us had to go great lengths to take you down, and we thought that our secret had perished with you, but to my surprise, you were still alive." The brocade-robed elderly man above the giant umbrella said. Bright golden light erupted from the golden ape's body once again as it struggled and thrashed violently within the giant umbrella. "Cease your futile struggles!" the brocade-robed elderly man said with a cold smile as he thrust a palm downward. A burst of dazzling yellow light instantly erupted out of the surface of the giant umbrella, and a flurry of yellow runes surged forth in a frenzy before revolving around the umbrella, causing it to tighten even further. At the same time, Fang Pan had completed his incantation, and he was rapidly making a series of hand seals. The black light glowing from the black chain quickly brightened as countless black runes appeared around the chain, and those runes were rapidly expanding in size while giving off faint spatial fluctuations. Right as Fang Pan was about to complete his preparations, a resounding boom rang out within the yellow umbrella, following which an incredible scene unfolded. Lights of all types of different colours suddenly erupted out of the bulging yellow umbrella, and yellow light surged over the umbrella's surface as it bulged even further. A bewildered look appeared on the brocade-robed elderly man's eyes upon seeing this, yet before he had a chance to do anything, he suddenly threw up a mouthful of blood, and his complexion instantly paled. In the next instant, a resounding boom rang out as the yellow umbrella was violently torn apart. The spiritual light on the surface of the umbrella quickly faded, while a golden figure emerged from within before rapidly expanding to over 1,000 feet in size while rising up into the air. It was a giant golden ape with 3 heads and 6 arms, and the bursts of yellow light that were previously wound around its body were already nowhere to be seen. The giant ape quickly made a string of hand seals with all 6 of its hands, and countless arcs of dazzling silver lightning emerged to form a huge lightning array around it. All of this had taken place in the blink of an eye, and Fang Pan was furious as he opened his mouth to release a ball of blood essence into the black chain before him. "You're not getting away!" The black light radiating from the chain brightened even further as it abruptly swelled to several times its original size, then vanished from the spot before appearing directly in front of the giant ape, then passed straight through its chest and abdomen. Almost at the exact same moment, dazzling silver light erupted within the lightning array, and the giant ape abruptly vanished, causing the chain to strike nothing but empty air. Fang Pan was glowing at the slowly fading remnants of silver light in the air, and he was gritting his teeth in fury. He took a deep breath to compose himself, then made a beckoning motion to withdraw the black chain. The brocade-robed elderly man also flew over to him with a dark expression as he said, "I didn't think that he would be able to forcibly break free from the EarthNet umbrella's law powers." Fang Pan stowed the black chain away, then said, "That's only a secondary concern. The main problem we have to deal with is that lightning array of his. If we can't find a way to counteract it, he'll just keep running away and we'll never be able to hunt him down. Brother Feng, you're an expert in arrays and restrictions. Do you have any way to stop him?" "Having already observed his lightning array twice, I have a rough idea of how it works. It's something that combines the power of space and the power of lightning, and it's actually not so difficult to counter it. But special talismans must be prepared, and I don't have any such talismans on me right now," the brocade-robed elderly man replied with slightly furrowed brows. "Is there no other way? If we can crack the secret that he's holding, we should be able to break through our bottlenecks with no problems at all," Fang Pan said in a meaningful voice. "There are other ways to counteract his lightning array. I once learned a secret technique called the blood incinerating breath, which requires one to burn through their blood essence to unleash. It's a secret that can sever the spiritual power flow of all arrays, and it should be able to stop his lightning array from taking effect," the brocade-robed elderly man replied. Fang Pan's eyes immediately lit up upon hearing this, and he said, "Perfect! Once we catch up to him next, use that secret technique to prevent him from getting away. The problem is that using the secret technique is quite taxing on the body, and I most likely won't be able to help you deal with Han Li," the brocade-robed elderly man said in a slightly hesitant voice. "Rest assured, all you need to do is prevent him from getting away, and I'll take care of the rest." Fang Pan chuckled. He raised a hand as he spoke to release a burst of azure light that enveloped both himself and the brocade-robed elderly man, then sped into the distance at an incredible speed, vanishing into the distance in a flash.